So I wanted to give you guys my quick thoughts on the Hunger Games, Mockingjay Part 2, because I saw it last night. Uh, well, before I get to that, though, I wanted to give you a quick update on what my thoughts were on what project I got coming up. I'm planning to do some video blogs of some series. The first one I'm gonna do is, well, I'm gonna start with the maybes. Even though I've seen a few episodes already, I'm maybe gonna do some ones of uh, Henry Danger, and then maybe some ones on maybe do video blogs on Every Which Way and Wits Academy. The ones I'm definitely gonna do Game Shakers, because Cal Mitchell, why wouldn't I see that show? So, with those quick announcements, yeah, Cal Mitchell's back on Nickelodeon, everybody. So, with those quick announcements, Mockingjay Part 2. Let me just quickly go over my thoughts of the other films. The Hunger Games, the first one. Really good movie. I was very impressed with the themes, very impressed with the visuals, and it showed that, like, a company like Lionsgate or Summit, though Lionsgate was the one that did it, was definitely more than capable of producing something of definite quality. Catching Fire, not just a superior film to the first one, but one of the best sequels ever made. That's what I think. I mean, like, just the themes resonated so much more. And The Hunger Games itself wasn't just simply about survival, but rather just living life on the terms of the person you are, rather than living on life on the terms of the people who are trying to control you. And that was impressive in that sense. Mockingjay Part 1. People hate on it. I really liked it. I at first thought it was better than the first one, but no. I just realized the first one was actually much better than Mockingjay Part 1. And if you ask me, this is still a quality film because it has great themes. The way they used the Mockingjay logo in that propaganda role, that's the logo from the movie. So, like, just a great meta reference there. Just, like, excellent motion toward the theme. I just really thought worked, because both advertising for the movie and then Join the Mockingjay advertising for the concept of what they're trying to sell at the same time. Now for my thoughts on Mockingjay Part 2. I thought that it was really good. I thought it was better than this first part. It was a little slow, I'll admit, but those themes I just thought really resonated and just really caught me. And I can see how a lot of people would have a problem with it, because it doesn't seem to have a lot going for it. Only just the whole concept. The first concept is the build up to the invasion into the Capitol, and then the second part is the invasion into the Capitol. This book wasn't much longer than the other two, so I could see how it really wasn't necessary to make this movie two parts. I mean, I thought maybe because Suzanne Collins had other things she wanted to cover in Mockingjay, but she didn't get to because they told her it has to be around the same length of the other books. And because of that, she didn't get to say all she needed to, and she wanted to do that with the first two parts, so I almost thought it could work. And, I want to, it seems like with Allegiant and Descendant, because they're not being called parts 1 and 2, that they're going to try and distance those two more, not just make them one continuous story, but try and make them individual films, individual stories. And So it seems like this concept that started with Deathly Hallows is finally dying out with the last Harry Potter movie, the last Harry Potter book. And that leads me to want to aim toward the idea of, like, the last one it seems like we're going to get will be... It didn't really work with the Hobbit movies either. I mean, the Hobbit movies I think are good, but yeah, I could see how it'd be a problem, and it still wouldn't quite be perfect. And as for Avengers, Infinity Wars is going to be 2 parts. This is an occasion where I think it can work, and I think it can work really well, because I believe it's not a novel, it's instead a comic book storyline, and a comic book storyline has a lot more detail and a lot more ground to cover than a novel. And in that sense, it's very difficult to be able to fit all that into one movie. And this is Marvel we're talking about. Marvel is... Yeah, but Marvel, after Disney, is pretty much... Well, after Star Wars and then after Disney. Well, Disney first, Star Wars, then Marvel. Is kind of ruling the world right now, as we know it. So, I haven't seen Ant-Man yet, but I have a feeling it's going to be good. With that, I think they have enough to fill 2 movies, maybe even more than 2 movies. And I don't see how it could be all that much of a problem for them to do so. And with the ending of Mockingjay Part 2, I mean, like, if they had more of it build up to that ending, it could have really, really packed a great big fucking punch. But as it is now, it's still really good. Because there's still, much like with Mockingjay Part 1, there's a very high quality product here being given to us. They're trying a lot harder than everybody else. And I think that's something we can really appreciate. All right, that's it for my thoughts. I'll see you guys next time on the probably the very first Game Shakers vlog. I mean, not vlog, video blog. Thank you very much, guys. Catch you on the flip side.